welcome back to NYSE Live. According to a new survey, AI tools are becoming a bigger part of the car buying process. Data from the 2025 Car Edge AI and Car Buying Survey says that 25% of the 500 car buyers it polled say they used or plan to use AI products during the process. Joining me now is Shefska, Car Edge CEO. Zach, welcome to the show. Good morning. So what are the biggest shifts this survey reveals about drivers and AI?
Biggest thing is customers are using the tools that they have available to them to get a smart and informed purchase, to make a smart and informed purchase. So we see the industry side of auto leveraging AI agents, things like that. Our study found that 25% of consumers are leaning into using AI themselves to get a better deal. And what was interesting is we projected out into the future, 40% of customers say they will in the future use AI tools. Most of it right now is for make and model research. 88% of those who said they are using AI are using it to do vehicle research. But a small but mighty percentage of those that we polled as well say they're using these tools to help them with negotiation skills, financing options, things like that.
So are they specifically going on ChatGPT using Gen AI and asking these questions to ChatGPT or another platform?
It seems like that's the current use case for most customers. They're doing their research on ChatGPT or Perplexity, things like that. It's interesting at Car Edge, we launched AI agents that can kind of be the representative for a consumer to go negotiate with a dealership on their behalf. And about 2,000 people have used that in the past month. And so we're starting to see companies like ours and probably others soon leverage this type of technology to take it even further, to do some of the monotonous negotiating work of buying a car as well. But for the majority of consumers right now, it's going to ChatGPT, it's asking some questions. I think the future of this, though, becomes a little bit more interesting when you start to think about agents that are representing consumers, maybe taking some of the back and forth of negotiating with the dealership out and leveraging an agent instead. It's kind of an interesting thought experiment to think what the future of buying, a $50,000 car looks like.
On that note, based on the data that you've accumulated, how do you think drivers might look to use AI as technology continues to evolve?
I think a little bit about the history of retail auto. I mean, there was a time when cars were sold without window stickers, and then the federal government said, okay, we should probably inform consumers about all of the components of the vehicle and what it costs and what the MSRP is. Then the internet came around and companies provided even more information leveraging the internet. And now we're entering the age of AI, where even better information or more accurate information, or heck, even help making the decision of what car to buy and what price to pay will become more and more accessible to consumers. So I see this as a little bit of a natural progression in an industry that is fairly opaque and should be significantly more transparent. I think we're getting closer and closer to leveling the playing field for consumers and really just providing information, getting rid of information asymmetry and really making sure that everyone has the same information to make an informed decision, the salesperson and the customer.
Yeah, and that kind of leads into my next question. Do you think AI is giving buyers the upper hand over the dealers? I hear you say it's going to be balanced. But how is that working? How is that happening?
I mean, you take the 2,000 people who are using our AI agents at Car Edge, and ultimately what we're seeing is they're saving on average $1,000 over what they had done by themselves. So they're getting a better deal, and they're also saving time. I mean, quite frankly, buying a car, customers do it, every 3 to 5 years if you're being kind of optimistic. But salespeople, sales managers, dealerships, they do it every single day. And so I don't think there's another comparable transaction, maybe real estate, where the consumer is really that disadvantaged relative to who they're going up to battle with. And it is a battle when you're buying a car. What other transaction do you negotiate here in the United States? House is really the only other thing, or real estate's really the only other thing. So we see it as a tremendous opportunity to level that playing field and, quite frankly, bring efficiency to the broader industry. There may be a future where you don't need for all of your transactions to have a back and forth and, quote, let me go talk to my manager type of interaction to get a fair deal. So we're really excited about what the future looks like. And we think that consumers are going to be the ones that kind of drive this forward, and ultimately the auto industry will have to follow.
All right, and in the last few seconds, anything buyers should be cautious of before leaning on AI too much?
Oh, I mean, hallucinations are still a real thing. So even if your AI, friendly AI buddy tells you should get a $30,000 deal on that $70,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee, double check, do your homework, talk to some friends and some peers. The hallucinations, unfortunately, are still a real thing.
Thank you, Zach Shefska, Car Edge CEO.